a soft pretzel with cheese? Right, you got $5.
No. I don't have $5.
Give me your wallet, please.
I don't have it.
So messy.
I'm not messing. I don't have any money to give you.
Oh my God.
You're out of luck. You're gonna have to work it off.
I am working it off.
Ask them if they need any dishes done.
Look at that. $1 make you happy drop.
Tip. Tip. Put in the tip jar.
Oh. All right, that's not a bad idea. And they're okay. So you need $3.50 each. Okay. And then there's 4. So do you guys like make your pretzels like locally? I never wondered what this is. Okay. Where are they located at? Okay, Hillsburg.
Tip jar.
Oh. Okay, thank you. Don't know if this is any good or not. They come out all the way from Dillsburg.
That's cool.
Hi, can I get a soft pretzel?
Yes.
You are so freaking funny.
I know.
$6 or $2.10?
So we're soldiers of Annville. What's that all about?
Yeah, so my name is Jack McLean. I'm a Civil War reenactor who's been doing living history as a hobby since about 2016. Today I'm out here at Historical Annville Day doing a portrayal of a standard junior officer in the Union Army of the Potomac during the Civil War. For the past maybe 3 years, I've been coming out repeatedly to Historical Annville Day because Friends of Old Annville have been so gracious enough to let us do it. But we come out, we do demonstrations, and we talk a little bit about the history of Annville during the years of the Civil War itself. So I have a table here this year, which is a little bit different, so I thought, you know what? Why not commemorate having a table by creating some posters here that detail some of the history of the town of Annville during the conflict, as well as a list of many of the notable residents of town that actually enlisted, that we have documentation for, that details some of their life stories, you know? And I have my collection set up here, of course, with some standard items and equipment that soldiers would have used and carried with them. I'm a standard officer, of course, so my equipment differs from a rank-and-file private that you'd expect. But at the same time, you know, we come out and we love to do what we do, you know? So I'm a board member of the Friends of Old Annville, so I've been doing a lot of independent research on my own and, of course, for the organization about this particular topic, about Annvillians who served in the Civil War, in the Union Army. So in the years that I've been conducting this research, I managed to narrow down a list of about 13 to 16 individuals from town who enlisted in various regiments in the Army of the Potomac throughout the years of 1861 to 1865, participating in, of course, the many great battles of the conflict: Fredericksburg, Chancellorsville, Gettysburg, Petersburg, First Manassas, things like that that you can think of. And I've conducted these bits of research for that. Bits of equipment that I have on display here. So, of course, as an officer, I have my handy-dandy Model 1850 Field Officers and Staff Sword that was carried by a typical officer in the Union Army. Of course, weapons like these were symbols more so than weapons that you can use to lead your soldiers rather than using it as a weapon.
Worthy adversary, 'tis but a scratch.
The engraving is impeccable, of course, if you see that. A rifle like this would have been the standard issue weapon of a soldier on either side of the conflict. This is a P-53 Enfield, of course dating from 1853. It was a British import, and it was the most widely used musket in the Confederate Army. It was the second most abundant weapon in the Union Army. It was used in reserve stockpiles if Federal soldiers could not be outfitted with 1861 Springfield muskets, which was the standard issue weapon of the Federal forces. So being a single shot, muzzle loading, rifled musket, it's self-explanatory. Single shot, fire one shot at a time. Muzzle loading, you load your ammunition through the muzzle, of course, and ram it down the barrel with a ramrod, just like this. And rifled musket, referencing the rifling in the interior of the barrel, and musket, single shot. Self-explanatory. This is a cap-lock musket, meaning that it uses percussion caps as its main firing implement, which you would affix to a firing cone similar to this, and use a hammer to strike, and the striking of that cap would create a spark, which then travels through the firing hole right here to light the gunpowder, which you use and of course ram down to the base of the barrel, just as you would with your bullet. It's a very primitive weapon, of course, for contemporary standards, but these were the reality for soldiers of the time. Weapons like that had an accurate range of about 400 yards. So you can think that you'd be firing these things in mass, of course, in a formation during the war. The Civil War was the last war in American history to use Napoleonic warfare. So, of course, linear warfare, fighting in lines in different formations. So you use that because of the technology that's available. You use weapons like this because one rifle alone isn't going to do anything. But if you have a sheer large enough formation to get that volume of fire directed at the enemy, that is devastating upon the enemy.